Hey everybody, welcome back to the Brandy Yvonne channel. Of course, I'm your girl, Brandy Yvonne. Here on my channel, we do fun reviews, recaps, and discussions of all of our favorite shows, y'all. It's Monday night, so of course, we gotta talk about Summer House, Martha's Vineyard, season 2, episode 3, titled Dishonorable Guests. Before we get into it, please do not hesitate to hit that thumbs up button, y'all. Okay, yes, it is Monday, and I know Martha's Vineyard came out on Sundays, but I'll be doing it on Mondays, not Monday nights, because that's when I can watch it down to the Peacock. Okay, okay, that's how I watch all my Bravo shows. And anyway, you get the unedited versions or the extended, whatever they call. I think it's the unedited or the extended versions you get on Peacock. So yeah, watch it down to the Peacock, y'all. Anywho, like I said, subscribe to the channel, y'all. We are literally 9 subs away from 500. So all y'all gotta do is subscribe, okay, and we can reach this goal and keep reaching goals. Okay, this is a growing channel still. Um, Also hit that thumbs up button. Helps push the videos through the algorithm. YouTube be playing sometimes. Share the video with share your content and comment down below. Let's get into this review because I got to go to bed, y'all. So anywho, um, okay, so Martha's Vineyard. I'm trying to remember, where did we pick up? Did we pick up where we left off the last time? Yes, we did. Oh my god, I was blanking, y'all. So much happened on the episode. It's a lot to unpack. So anyway, the episode basically picks up where they left off, where Nick came down there in Summer and Jordan's room with his do-rag on, asking them, do I make y'all feel weird? Do I make y'all nervous? Do I make y'all uncomfortable? And I'm like, Nick, you're making me uncomfortable the way you are in this room with these ladies in the bed. I know they are uncomfortable now. I was like, can you wait till they get up out the bed and have this talk when they not going to sleep? And they was like, yeah, you do be a little touchy feely. And they were like, no, we don't think you like a creep. They're like, he ain't slinging D around or nothing like that. But when you get intoxicated, you can get a little handsy. That's all. Just like they just want him to watch it, but they don't think like he trying to be weird or nothing like that. And nobody thinks that. Like nobody thinks Nick is a creep or anything like that. They just want him to kind of give him some space when he be drinking. Okay, that's all they want. So anyway, he was glad that he had to talk with them, and he said he is very close to them, and he's like shocked that they didn't say anything before, probably because they didn't want this uncomfortable feeling. And he did say he felt weird about it, but he thanked Preston for being honest with him about it, right? So I think that night they're planning like a neon theme phone party. It's Shanice's idea, of course. So Shanice had all this neon stuff. At some point in the episode, she said, she has, these parties. Her days are pretty boring now that she's unemployed. She works out. She sleeps till 10. She watch TV all day. I'm like, girl, are you applying for jobs? Are you on the Indeed.com? Are you on the LinkedIn? What you doing, Shanice? Talking about she's sleeping all day. Girl, do you got a savings? Is your checking and your savings set up to connect together? Like, what's happening? But anyway, she said she work out. So she's ready to have this party and let loose. This is how she gonna have fun. She said she wanted to have strippers and hookah at the party, but it was too much to set up. I said, girl, you didn't have the money for the strippers and the hookah, but it's okay. Y'all didn't need strippers and hookah, girl. It's fine. Have your party, Shanice. Shanice was on the phone with her mom. Was her mama named Gina or something like that? Anyway, I can't tell if her mom was white or mixed, but anyway, she told her mom about what Summer said. And her mom was like, what she think she is? She the fashion police. She got to go on. She was like, we will beat her. Like, mama was going off. But I like that Shanice's mom was in her corner that way. Shanice said she tells her mom everything. And she was telling her mom that this guy named Hendrix and his friend were coming to visit. Now, she met Hendrix through this guy she was dating, I believe. But her and Hendrix never did anything because Hendrix hooked up with her friend. And Shanice said she don't do that. Thank you, Shanice. I appreciate you. You know what? Even though Shanice is a hot, wild mess, she grew on me this episode because you know what Shanice said? I am who I am. I is what I is. No, I don't got no money for no clothes. Yes, I like to party and turn up. Yes, I'm in therapy. Shanice is like real and honest, and I can't be mad at that. So that's why I said she is growing on me. So anyway, they're getting ready for the neon party. Noelle got one of the bathing suits. She can't figure out how it's supposed to go. Girl, been there, done that. We do see what's her name? Summer got in, not Summer. Shanice, no, Jordan got it. Ooh, there's too many names, y'all. Now, and I'm probably skipping, going all over the place, but just follow me. Shanice got a new, Jordan, oh my God. Jordan got a new wig. She took it in the room to show Shanice. I think this was the next day, but we'll talk about it. I already started talking about it. Anyway, so Jordan got a new wig and she took it in the room to show Shanice, and she said she needed to pluck the front a little bit, but you know how she doing her wig deals. And so she's asking Shanice, like, did y'all have y'all talk? Like, what's up? And so Shanice is like, no, well, we'll talk, but Summer be tripping sometimes. Like, and Jordan's like, yeah, I had to get set her straight anyway before we came here, because she was like, yeah, she was at my house and making out with my favorite bartender all up in front of my house. And I'm like, girl, I live down to the Park Avenue. Like, you need to take it across the street. She's like, already, I'm one of the only black women over here, and you doing all that. Like, girl, I don't need the judgment. So she had to cuss, Jordan had to cuss Summer out. I said, Summer, you become the common denominator this summer. Summer. Girl, what's really good, Summer? Jordan don't see it for Summer, and Shanice don't see it for Summer, and Jasmine barely see it for Summer. Jasmine trying to take care of herself. Okay, Jasmine got a lot going on. And speaking of Jasmine, Bravo Production, y'all ain't right. For every time y'all show Jasmine with a drink showing that it's not alcohol, she had that glass. They talk about pointing out his apple juice. They kept pointing out how she was not drinking, but they're painting the narrative to help us figure out that girl was pregnant, and we already knew she was pregnant, right? Anyway, back to the neon party. So like I said, everybody's getting ready for the neon party. I guess Shanice ordered a bunch of stuff. They having like a foam party. It did look fun. So they had foam, and Jay said it was cold out there. It had started raining at one point. I said, ain't no way. So, they having a good time. They got foam, and I like me a good old foam party. So they had foam in the hot tub. They on their neon stuff. They had these water slides. Shanice getting naked. Bria says she don't have no problem with naked Shanice. She had a problem last year because her man Simon was around, but now that Simon's not there, she's like, girl, go on, let your thing shine out. Okay, girl. So they sliding, slipping and sliding. They playing these games, they drinking, they having a good time. So they did this, like, Amir came up with this game where they gotta slide and then flip the cup and did like a relay thing. And so they're playing the game. Shanice left because her company came. Now I don't know if she was supposed to be participating. They like, girl, where'd you go? But what happened? So Hendrix came. Hendrix was cute and his friend. Okay, so Hendrix came. Turns out it's his birthday. Okay, so he came. They got in a hot tub. They having a good old time. They living it up. Amir won the game. He said he want to thank, the academy and all the people, So Noelle's getting to know Hendrix. They talking about each other's eye. I don't know if it was her eye color or his eye color, who had it going on. She flirted with him. She said she's glad there's some other men in the house that nobody has really been with yet. Thank God, girl. Right, Noelle? Thank you, guys. So anyway, Noelle's talking to him, and she asked when is his birthday. His birthday's that day. So she's like, oh my God, we got a birthday over here, y'all. We got a birthday over here, y'all. So they living up. She's like, you got to put more foam on you because it's your birthday. So they kept showing shout to Alex, really looking. I don't think Alex was that pressed about whatever Noelle was doing. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Like, no, Alex wasn't that pressed as production was trying to make it seem like, right? In my opinion. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you think Alex was really that pressed about anything Noelle was doing? I don't think so. Anyway, now earlier in the kitchen we did see Noelle and Alex talking, and she was saying something, asking him how his shoulder, because remember he hurt his shoulder doing them rings, trying to show off like Amir when he didn't have it like Amir. And she's like, are you gonna let your shoulder stop you? That she's making a joke about the orange and stuff. So she was talking and flirting with him, and Alex said he likes her vibe because he likes her southern accent. And he tried to, I don't know if he's trying to sound like her, but it just wasn't giving what needed to be given. So they had talked in the kitchen, whatever. At one point we saw Summer walk through acting like she was looking for her phone, and she really wasn't. I think that was after the phone party. So anyway, everybody got out. Some people wanted to go out. Preston, Jordan, Jasmine. I'm not sure about Bria. And I think Nick all stayed home because they was like, we trying to chat, we tired, we on the sofa. That probably would have been me. Okay. After that phone party, I don't think I would have made it out. Like that was going to be my one and done probably, but who knows? But Shanice, Noelle, Amir, I want to say Alex possibly all went out as well. So they came back. They learned they had fun, but they came back to like, oh, Jordan, we had the worst time. We had the worst time. Girl. All right. So anywho, they all came back. And then I think it's the next morning. Amir and Nick were out there cleaning up. Now, what y'all not gonna do to Amir is have him cleaning every time. I feel like they had clean Amir cleaning, he cooking and cleaning the whole trip. I ain't seen Amir do nothing but cook and clean behind them people. Y'all need to clean up some yourself. They said Nick was out there in his crop top and he was going running too. And you know what? Well, you know it had started raining, right? Excuse me, y'all. It had started raining when they was out there that hot tub and the pool party. And I said, now these is my people, right? Why y'all still out here in this rain? Now maybe because they was already wet, and I understand that. But I was thinking about Noelle's hair because I was like, girl, is that a wig or a weave? Jordan, you definitely in a wig, no shade. I think now Shanice, that's with her. Bria, you in that wig that's sitting back there. So we worried about that. Jasmine said, she can't be, she got to protect her edges. She can be getting this hair wet. She said because if this hair get messed up tonight, then that's an hour and a half away from festivities tomorrow because she gonna have to fix that hair because she says partly hers and partly somebody else's. So I think she got a little sew in with a leave out, possibly. I wouldn't be getting that hair wet. No, the way they was getting that hair all wet like that, no. You better come on your vacation braids down to the Hamptons, wherever you got to the Martha's Vineyard. Yo, you better come in your vacation braids. So you ain't even got to trip on that. Or a wet and wavy wig. At least do a wet. No, that's my alarm. At least do a wet and wavy wig or something. Yeah. Anyway, a wet and wavy weave that you got so damn. Whew, yeah, I don't know. Y'all better do some braids or something. Anyway, moving along. All right. So, like I said, it was the next day. A group of them do decide to go to the grocery store. I believe it was Noelle, Preston, Amir, and Bria. They go to the grocery store in the car. Noelle's asking everybody about Alex. She says she do, like him, but she's like, how do y'all think? Well, first they're like, she's, I don't know if he likes me or not. Like, I can tell what type of guy he is. He seems very like he's keeping it close to the chest. He does kind of keep his cards close to the chest, and I'm not mad at that. But he is also F boy, aka Alex, aka Grand Rising. I almost forgot to call him his name, and we're gonna get to this picture in a minute of Grand Rising. So, and the reason why it's on the background. So Amir's like, oh, he speaks highly of you. He seems like he really likes you. I don't know. And so she's like, okay, but what would y'all do if your friend was with somebody that you liked and they was like, girl, you talking about Summer? And she's like, yeah. And Preston was like, girl, that ain't a big deal. Like, she didn't moved on. Y'all gonna be swapping sex stories. No, Noelle, don't do it. Now, Noelle, you disappointed me in this episode, girl. You disappointed me. We gonna get there. So anywho. But I was like, girl, do not mess. Don't give Alex the time of day. Y'all giving Grand Rising way too much energy for me. Like, he ain't even all that. He really not. I was looking at Amir with his little tank top on, wherever he was at the house, and I said, Amir's looking good. Okay. Alex ain't it. Anyway. It's just because he tall and he seemed like he got a peaceful spirit. But them be the ones that become artists. Them Grand Rising, oh, I'm with peace and center meditating ones. You gotta watch them. Them the main ones you got to watch, okay? So anyway, they really try to play on your top. Trust me. So anyway, like I said, I was trying to figure out, more about Alex. They went to the store. They trying to figure out what Alex gonna eat. That's another thing. Alex need to come do his own vegan shopping. That's what he need to do. So she's like, okay, I'm gonna get him something to eat. And there's like, yeah, get closest way to man's stomach. Girl, she brought that food home. He's like, I don't really eat tofu like that, but I'm gonna eat it. Summer Jordan caught the secondhand embarrassment for her. She's like, I tried. I was like, girl, why are you concerned about this vegan's diet? Anywho. So now in the house before everybody came home, somebody said that Shanice and Bria had said that Phil was gonna be there. And so Jordan was like, oh, it's absolutely no for Phil for me. Jasmine said Moriah was coming. She wanted Moriah to come for like a fun weekend. She hated how things ended the last time with Moriah, and it did suck. And her and Moriah, they had to come to Jesus moment and they're good now. So she wants to extend the olive branch. So I have no problem with that. Phil, I have a problem with. So they said they're like, where everybody from the house at? Okay, we're gonna have a house meeting and see who could come and not come. So everybody came back from the grocery store. And so they asking Amir, like, okay, we give you 15 movies to watch, black movies to watch, or you gonna watch them, Amir? Because they're trying to get Amir up to speed on the culture, because he a little behind, because I don't think he was raised by his other side, by his is it Middle Eastern, his mom? I can't remember. Lebanese. I can't remember what his mom was. But anyway, he ain't into the black culture like that. So they were like, okay, have you watched Baby Boy yet? He was like, no. They were like, you don't know who Jody is. They was like, have you watched Love and Basketball? Have you watched New Jack City? And he hasn't watched Love and Basketball. Okay. He got a lot catching up to do though. If he ain't watched Baby Boy in New Jack City, he got a lot of catching up to do. But he'll get there, right? So anyway, we should just make Amir put in the comments some movies y'all think Amir needs to watch to get him up to speed on the culture. Let me know some movies y'all think he need to watch. He need to watch The Best Man. He need to watch The Color Purple if he ain't watched it, the original and the new one. He need to watch I wonder, as he watched Martin, you need to watch some Martin. You need to just binge watch him some Martin, okay? There's a lot of stuff he could watch. Love Jones, he could watch I'm trying to think of another classic. I don't know. It's just so many he could watch, really. Anyway, moving on. So then Jasmine called a house meeting. Everybody in the confession was like, oh, girl. It's like the spirit of silence then came on her. I'm like, y'all doing the girl wrong. Now, y'all need to have this house meeting. Nicholas is downstairs trying to enjoy his food. He's like, what y'all want? So he comes upstairs there. We got to sit down for the house meeting. So Jasmine is like, okay, so how do y'all feel about Phil coming back to the house? They're like, oh, it's absolutely not. Preston felt very uncomfortable with Phil, and he kind of got triggered by it later on the episode, and we'll get there. Jasmine was like, me and him was about to fight. Like, it's a no. So everybody's like, it's a hell no when it comes to Phil. And so Shanice and Bria, I'm sorry. Who are all the names? Shanice and Bria were like, okay, that's fine. Like, he not coming to stay at the house. We just, he might, just like, he might be somewhere hanging out, like they got their own big house. And now Bria gonna fix herself and get in a confessional saying, like, I don't understand, like, what everybody's problem is. They act like, he physically assaulted them. Like, he just said some words. And if you're gonna let words get to you, then what's wrong with you? Like, I don't understand why everybody's so hung up on Phil. Like, he apologized, he did this and that. And I'm like, Bria, really? Really? Bria, you can't be serious. Phil was absolutely trash. He was a jerk. He was disrespectful. He was disgusting. Like, no. You can't pick and choose, Bria. Then when Jasmine said, how do y'all feel about Moriah coming back to the house? Because it was absolutely no. For everybody said no. Because Alex said, if Phil come back here, it's going to be a different Alex for him. Everybody was like, hell no. So they was like, cool, no for Phil. So they said, how you feel about Moriah coming back? Preston said he want Moriah to come back. Everybody was fine with Moriah. Bria's like, oh, I don't know. She just really made me feel disrespected. And Jasmine said, I had to talk with Moriah about you, Bria. I had to talk with Moriah about you, Amir. Already discussed it with you. And so Amir's like, I'm fine. Like, I just want to do no laundry. Was she there? Because, y'all remember last season, the whole laundry thing, because Bria's dog stuff was mixed in with the clean towels. And so Moriah went off on Bria, but it turns out Amir is the one who did the laundry like that, right? So it was a whole ordeal. I felt like Moriah was done wrong in that situation. Maybe she could have handled it differently. Yeah, she did go from 0 to 100, but I didn't blame her. Like, we don't want your dog close in here. But at the same time, Amir didn't even catch all the smoke. He should have caught for that. So anyway, that's last year. So, Bria's like, okay, girl, that's fine. Like, I'm over this meeting. She left out. She's like, I trust your judgment. It's fine. It's whatever. So Bria's mad, right? So everybody kind of goes in their corners. They're going to dinner and the club or the bar at 7:30, so they got to get ready. So Nick is like asking Noelle, like, is we getting dressed or just dressed? And she was like, when you put on your clothes, you got to really put them on and step out. That's how I feel. When you get dressed, you got to get dressed. Like, don't half step when you stepping out. So then she was like, he's like, yeah, the pearls always got to be shiny, right? She's like, exactly. She's like, that's the AKA me. I said, I know that's right, girl. So, Preston is, I think Amir is outside barbecuing, Summer and a couple of the guys are doing a trampoline. They're trying to make, they're doing some weird game where they jumping on trampoline and trying to make Summer unfold or something. It was dangerous. You know how black people do. So anywho, they always gotta make up a game, right? So Preston is kind of crying and getting emotional with Amir. He's saying, "Oh my gosh, like, I can't believe they want to have, Phil come here." And he's saying, all the triggering things that Phil said, calling him soft and all that. And he's like, you know what that means? And it's just really hurtful and insulting because until you've experienced that, lived in my shoes. And he said, coming from especially people who are supposed to be, black people, his people who are supposed to love him. And so I felt so bad for Preston in that moment. And Phil was very, very rude to Preston, very rude. And so they showed a couple of the clips as well. And so Preston's like, am I tripping to feel this way? No, Preston, you are not tripping. And nobody wants Phil in the house. He can go, right? So anyway, so Bria, and now I think Jasmine was laying down because she got to get her little nappy and and Bria and Shanice decided to call Phil. So she's like, yeah, Phil, they're still upset with you about last year. And, Preston's really upset. And they're like, we don't understand. Like, what's the problem? And I was like, really? Y'all tripping. And so Phil's like, I don't even remember all that stuff. See? And then he's like, oh, he a grown man. Like, you need to get over it. And so Noelle came out there at one point and they're like, oh, this is Phil. She's like, oh, I heard you left quite an impression. He's like, oh, I'm changed now. If you don't remember what you changed from then. Mm-hmm. So then something about Moriah was brought up. And so Phil was like, well, Moriah, she already got a ticket. Jasmine got her ticket for her last night. And so Bria's like, wait, what? And then they're like, okay, well, why is she going through all the trouble of asking if Moriah could come if she already had it set up? And so Bria's like, oh, now I feel like, Jasmine played in my face and she made up with me and all this stuff. And now she playing in my face and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, girl, bye. If Jasmine want to invite Moriah, she definitely can invite Moriah. And like Moriah and Phil coming to the house are two separate things, in my opinion, because number one, last year Moriah was in the house. She wasn't coming for the weekend like Shanice was last year. Moriah was in the house. And I feel like Moriah got done wrong. And she didn't do anything to anybody. The only one that had a problem with Moriah was Bria. Okay, but for some reason it's all about Bria all the time, right? So anyway, so Noelle kind of was taking Bria and Shanice's side, and I was like, no, girl, you on the wrong side of wrong. So anyway, so Bria didn't like that. So Phil's like, yeah, I talk to her all the time. We're going to meet up. We're going to do this, blah, blah, blah. All right. So everybody's getting ready to get ready. And this is what Grand Rising, a.k.a. Alex, puts on to get ready. And so Preston said, oh, Alex, I like your golden Gartrell shirt. I was hollering at that part because it do look like a good old Gordon Gartrell, don't it? And if you know the reference, you know the reference. Y'all better know the reference. Amir, you better have watched the show to know the reference. Drop it in the comments what the reference is to the Golden Gartrell shirt. Okay? I know y'all know. So anyway, I was hollering that part though. So everybody gets ready to go to the dinner and go out afterward, right? Jordan did have a little meltdown about her hair because she said so much of her hair is just falling out and she was wearing wigs like, a little bit here and there, but now she really got to wear them because she don't have a choice now and she's just not feeling herself. And Summer talked to her and was there for her in that moment. So I felt bad for Jordan because I just can't imagine, especially when you're not feeling good, then you're not looking, you're not feeling good about how you look, you're not feeling that confidence, and you don't want to go out. And so she's like, do you want to stay home, girl? Jordan pushed her way out. I'm glad she did. So everybody goes out, right? And they're at the restaurant. Alex said he paying for everybody, but then when they got the order and a bunch of stuff, he's like, "Wait a minute, y'all do the most." And then they was like, "Oh, you can't tell us you're gonna pay and then be backsliding." I said, "Alex, you know how our people do when you say you're gonna pay for something. We're gonna order the lobster, the steak, the filet mignon. We're gonna order it all, honey. The Chardonnay, we're gonna order it all." So. Anyway, Noelle said something about you're not supposed to eat oysters on a month that don't have an R in it. Something like that. I didn't understand. Anyway, Shanice said she got a UTI from going on that slide. And Amir was like, Like, okay, did you have to share that out loud? No, Shanice. I was like, girl, TMI. So Alex asked Shanice, has she ever hosted a party like that when she was a kid? And she's like, no, I haven't. And she's like, want to let loose, have fun. She said, my parties, we're not having these deep discussions. We having a good time. We, all this stuff. We just laugh and drink and turn it up. Like, that's what I'm trying to do. She ain't trying to be on what everybody else is on. So Summer's like, yeah, girl, you did good. You threw a good party. Yes. And so now Bria's sitting there hot the whole time, right? Bria's sitting there hot. So then Bria come out the blue and say, so Jasmine, was Moriah, did you already have her ticket purchased before, you asked if she was coming or not? Like, were you already planning for her to come? And so she was like, well, I definitely intended on asking her. I wanted her to come. And so she's like, yeah, because me and Shanice, we talked to Phil today, and Phil said that him and Moriah were going to be meeting up. And then they were like at the house, and she was like, yeah, at the house. They're going to be meeting up at the house. Now, mind you, Phil didn't say that. Phil didn't say that. So I feel like Bria was trying to get the mess started and trying to make it like, I think what Bria was trying to do, in my opinion, y'all let me know what y'all think. I think that Bria was trying to make it like, oh, well, if Mariah's coming and going to be in our house, and Phil's trying to meet up with her, so then Moriah really shouldn't be there because y'all don't want Phil there. But that's not how it's going down, first of all, Bria. And so then she's like, we're just trying to tell you, like, oh, it feels somewhere that we're at, it's not because we invited him and all this stuff. So everybody's like, no, it's a no. We're not having Phil at the house. Like, everybody's going off, and it's unnecessary, right? And so then Bria was like, well, you already purchased the plane ticket, so we feel like that was kind of, messed up. And so Jasmine was like, no, it was an economic decision. She's like, if y'all would have said no, then we would have canceled the plane ticket. Like, that's how flights work. Like, that's what it is. And I'm glad that Jasmine stood on it, right? And Jasmine said in her confessional, like, her and Moriah went through a lot over what happened with last year, and she was trying to make Bria feel comfortable. At the same time, she almost lost one of her best friends, so of course she gonna do what she got to do to make her best friend feel welcome. So that's why she brought her plane ticket, and I'm not mad at that, because she felt like, okay, let me show Moriah, like, girl, I still, my loyalty lies with you. And I wish to God Jasmine would do that, because if y'all don't remember from last season, Jasmine said Moriah said Jasmine asked her to move in with her. It turns out Jasmine was sleeping in her car, and Moriah was in the car thugging it out with her, homeless. So that's a ride or die homegirl right there. So I'm gonna need Jasmine to have a bunch of loyalty to Moriah, in my opinion. So anyway, so Jordan, so Noelle's trying to say, like, it just looks, weird that you did that. Noelle, you're not in this. You weren't here last year. You're new. Like you, girl, but I need you to stay out of it. So anyway, then Jordan pipes up and saying, well, don't you think that was weird? That you're already were inviting Moriah with everyone's approval, because you're not taking into Bria's consideration and Bria's feelings. And if that was Phil, that everybody will be feeling different. And so everybody's like, yeah, they're ganging up on Jasmine, right? Which is not the same, Jordan. That was nice of you to say, girl, but it's not the same. The impact that Phil had on the group versus the impact that Bria had on the group is two very different things, right? And like Jasmine said, I'm getting rid of Moriah from the house from the feelings of one person in the house, which is Bria, versus Phil. Everybody in the house had a problem with Phil except for Bria and Shanice. So no, it's not the same. So anyway, Jordan said in her confessional, like, no, she doesn't think Bria feels as strongly about the whole Moriah thing as she did before, nothing like that. But, she still needed to consider Bria's feelings. Jordan, why are you capping for Bria this hard, girl? It felt like Jordan just wanted a reason to go against Jasmine, in my opinion, and try to, like, make her frazzled and be in the middle and confusion, right? And I didn't like that. Like, have your girls back for a change, right? Because I understood what Jasmine was saying. Because really, Jasmine getting rid of Moriah last year, that made Jasmine look bad towards Moriah, really. So Anyway, they going back and forth about it. So Summer pipes up and said, "Well, I think it's good that Jasmine brought it up. She's the one that had the house meeting, so she's trying to take care of it." And so they were like, "Girl, no, like that don't count." So just what Jordan said, and then Summer was like, "Okay, excuse me, like you ain't got to tell me, like I'm sorry, like I won't say nothing." So Summer said, "No." Shanice said, "Summer, like Summer, girl, get us some shots, girl. Get us some shots, girl." And I didn't catch that shade till the third time I watched it. I said, "Oh, she doing the Shanice doing the Summer what Summer did to Shanice when Summer told Shanice to go get the shots in the house when Summer told her she couldn't dress well." I was like, Shanice, you tried it, but that was good." So then everybody's like going back and forth and back. And Preston was like, "Oh, child." And so then somebody, I don't know if it was Noelle or Summer, somebody said, "You know what? It's not that deep. It's really not that deep." And so Bria said, "Oh no, it is that deep. It is that deep." I was like, "Ooh, okay, girl." And so then they go back and forth about it, and Jasmine is explaining. And so Bria's like, "I just feel like it's really shady. It's really shady. At the end of the day, it's really shady." Jasmine's like, "No, I feel like it's really sunny." But you feel like it's shady, okay, girl. But it's giving sunny for me. And so then she's like, "And also, like, my feelings are hurt that you would think that I would try to like set you up or manipulate you or try to, say anything was going to happen." Because then they were making it like Moriah was coming in the house with bad intentions. And Jasmine was like, "Mariah's not, I've talked to Moriah. She's not coming here with bad intentions." And I don't think Moriah ever had bad intentions. Yeah, she kind of blew up when it came to Bria. She could have handled it differently. Also, that was Amir's fault at the end of the day. So anyway, Bria texts somebody. She said she going home. So she called her Uber and she left, child. So Nick walked her out. And so Shanice and Summer had, I don't know if they went to the bathroom or they went to go walk Bria out as well. And so um, then somehow Summer um, started saying something. I don't remember what the conversation was about, to be honest. Summer was saying something. It might have been before all the girls left the table. And so Summer was like trying to pipe up and give her 2 cents about the situation. And so everybody was laughing. And so then Summer was like, "No, it's not funny. It's not funny." And so then um so Jordan was like, "Okay, girl, like I'm not laughing. Like, what's the problem?" And so then she was like, "I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking to you." And they was getting into it. I can't remember what I don't know if it was still about the whole Phil and Moriah thing or what the context of that conversation was. But anyway, um, so I think Jordan had left the table at one point as well. So Summer's asking Preston, like, "Well, do you think I was being like rude to Jordan or whatever?" And so he was like, "Yeah, you could, have a little raised tone sometime, girl." And so she was like, "Okay, but Jordan does it all the time and she gets away with it." And she was like, "Why can't, we just have peace and everything be okay? And, when I say it, it's wrong, but when she do it, it's fine," and all this stuff. And oh my God. And so they were like, "Girl, take a deep breath." And then they were like, "Well, certain things we expect for some people, like we've known them." So basically they know Jordan was a BI each. And they expect her to be that. Okay, that's what they're saying. And Summer, you weren't really giving that. At one point, Preston in the end of the episode, Preston said they both be going from 0 to 100 real quick. Okay, they both the same, and they are. So anyway, Bria went home and called her mama and was like, "Yeah, Shanice and Noelle stayed at the club with them and they didn't come home with me. And I don't feel like Jasmine's right. And I know some stuff on Moriah. Then, I can expose them and all this." Like, girl, be quiet, go to bed and pull that wig down. So anyway, everybody at the club, right? They listen to Afro beats and stuff. I don't know why Noelle and Shanice was matching, but whatever. So they at the club, Jasmine drinking water. Alex is talking to other girls. Noelle's feeling some type of way now. Noelle's like, "I see him talking to other girls." She go talk to Jasmine in the bathroom, like, "Should I feel some type of way?" She talked to Summer, and she's like, "Yeah, girl, like as somebody who dealt with him, like I can tell you, like, yeah, you need to express your feelings. You need to say that." So everybody's telling her, like, "Girl, you need to go talk to Alex, girl. Yeah, he all in other girls' faces. Girl, talk to him." I said, "No, Noelle, why are you taking this horrible advice? That is not your man. That is not your man, Noelle. Hey, Noelle, do you hear me, girl? That's not your man." So there's like, "Yeah, girl, go talk to Alex." So she went to go to talk to Alex. He's like, what's up, Noelle? She's like, I like your vibe. I think you're cool and all that. And did you know like that I liked you like that? I'm feeling you like that. And he's like, yeah, I kind of had an idea. Like you kind of hinted at it or whatever. And then she was like, yeah, I was feeling some type of way. And, I got this toxic trait where I see, somebody I like talking to other girls, even though I'm single and you single, but I still don't like to see you talk to other girls. But at the same time, I want you to be free to do whatever you want to do, and I'm free to do what I want to do. Like yesterday, I was doing me, I was doing whatever I wanted to do, but then I see you doing that today, and like you could go talk to whoever you want, but at the same time, I want you to remember me. That's someone that likes you and wants you too. It's like I want you to remember me as well, but you could go talk to other people as well. And I was like, girl, what the hell are you saying? And so he was looking confused too. And he probably like, I got another summer on my hand, child. It was giving summer 2.0. And I was like, Noelle, I told you not to do this, girl. You could do better than this. You should have had wisdom. You should have had discernment, girl. So he was like, you know what? I was been dating somebody. I just got out of a situation. I poured a lot of into that, and I just need to get back to me. I jumped in too quick. And he had kind of told her something like that a little earlier in the episode in the kitchen when they were talking. And then he was like, I like you as well, but I don't want to go in too deep. Now I'm not assuming, or I was kind of assuming he talking about Summer or somebody else every time he was talking about this past relationship or situation he was in. And so he basically let her down easy, and then she's like, I'm embarrassed now. And he's like, no, don't be embarrassed, girl. And I was like, girl, I wish I would have had a conversation with Grand Rising. No, pay him dust, girl. All these other men in here, pay him dust in the club. I'm not about to sit down and have this conversation with Grand Rising. Oh, hell to the no. That didn't piss me off thinking about it. So anyway, I was like, girl, I hope you did this for production. I hope production said do this, because you look like a fool doing that, listening to them people. And then Grand Rising in the confessional talking about, I like Noelle, she's a nice girl, but I want to try to take it slow this time. And plus, she's Summer's friend, and I just don't want any drama or messiness this summer. But it looks like it's gonna get messy in the previews, but we gonna see. Anyway, I was like, girl. So everybody goes home, and Shanice said like she was gonna throw up in the car, but she didn't. Thank God. Oh, please do not throw up in nobody's car. Ask them to pull over, y'all. Be classy based, okay? So anywho, so somehow Summer and Jordan brings it up. She's like, yeah, oh yeah. Let me back up. It was this part that I want to forget. It was so funny. Preston got the good one-liners, right? So Preston in the confessional when Bria said, I'm leaving, I'm taking my Uber, I'm going home, bye. So Preston said, Bria done stormed off so much. I hope next time she leaves, she go back to New York, or even better yet, Germany. I was hollering at that point, y'all. I was hollering. So anyway, like I said, they getting home. Jasmine telling Summer, me and you need to have a talk, Summer. Like, what's really going on? What's your issue with me? And I was like, we're not going to talk. And it's like, what time? And it's time to go to bed. We didn't clubbed all night. No, we're not having this talk, Jordan. So Summer's like, girl, like, what's your problem with me? And da da da. And so she's like, you don't let me talk. You're attacking me. And Jordan's like, I'm just trying to have a conversation with you. Like, I'm not attacking you. So then Summer was trying to leave. And she's like, I'm really hot. And Jordan's like, you're walking away. She's like, girl, I'm trying to get some air. And then Summer's crying. And then she's like, come on, jump in here, Preston. And Preston's like, I feel like you guys are both not hearing each other. Now, mind you, Grand Rising sitting there in his golden cartel shirt in the front seat, in the driver's seat. Preston in the back, I'm like, why y'all not getting out the car? Why y'all sitting here? I would have left them heifers in the car arguing by themselves. And so they just sitting there super awkward, in my opinion. So Summer's like, you know what? I'm gonna say one thing to you, and I don't care, you take it, and then I'm leaving right now. And so Jordan said something. She's like, you didn't even let me say it. I got outside. And it was just crying and go back and forth. And I was like, what happened? What happened? But see, Jordan don't see it for Summer anymore either. Okay, they had got close, but Jordan don't see it for Summer either. Okay, and Shanice is definitely over Summer. And Shanice is definitely over Summer. And you know what? I never thought I saw the day where I'm starting to like Shanice more than I like Summer. I never thought I saw the day. See the day. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all thought of the episode. It was definitely giving a hot mess, but it was interesting. Y'all let me know what y'all think of this Phil and Moriah situation, them coming to the house Do you think either one should be allowed at the house? Do you think Moriah should be allowed and Phil not allowed, or Phil allowed and Moriah not allowed? Y'all not allowed. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video where you like to share your content. And I'll talk to y'all again Wednesday night. Okay. Bye.